Hey everyone, welcome to my Easter Sunday Hellish Quart tournament. This is going to be a pretty short one. We only have 6 people who joined, probably just people joining, enjoying the festivities and stuff like that. So we'll get right on with it. I know one person reached out and said he'll have to leave in 2 hours. The goal will be to end it before then, so we'll go through this tourney as smoothly as we can, and the policy that I'm going with for round robins in the future, of course, is that if you're not here within a minute, we just move on, but then we'll come back to you later if you come back later. So that's how we'll do it. Let me just adjust the names and we'll get right into it immediately. So I do have double elimination rules, but we're just going with the standard round robin rules that I usually do. So everyone fights each other once. And generally speaking, wins are what matter here. So you're looking to win your fights, but there'll be things like wins versus tied participants or points scored or points difference that'll also help decide who wins. So we have some tiebreakers in the event there is a tie. I will get into commentator talks as well, so we'll take care of all that. Okay, stay to start the elevator music there to start. I'll share the music I was playing. It's actually in the description already, but I'll share it on the Discord as well, if anyone was curious about that. From Nobunaga's Ambition. Yeah, so of course, for anyone who's unfamiliar, I'm in commentator talks just so that people can listen while they're fighting. It's better to watch the action, of course, on YouTube. And the link is provided on Discord for that. Alright, so we're gonna wait, I don't know, another 40 seconds for Racer. If Racer doesn't show up, we'll come back. But I'm currently gonna be fighting Racer. That is the plan. But we're not gonna wait for too long here. Awesome, you're coming. No problem, no problem. Alright, we'll wait for him. Excellent, Racer's here. Racer, you will be on the left. Just FYI. Let me just make sure the settings are in order. You do get 7 flags per match, so the matches are, decently long, but you only get 1 shot. You're not going to get second rounds against your opponents or anything like that for the sake of time. Excellent, we're at 7 flags. That's what we need. So Racer's shown me that he's really not someone I can underestimate, so I will not do so. I'll fight him as if he's anyone else in this tournament. And good luck. Nice. Oh yes, hello Gabriel, by the way, in the chat. And I think I see Sky as well. Gabriel, I believe, is at scoliosis or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Good fight. Solid defense. I think he just needed to turn up the aggression a little bit more at some points. Maybe use the stab a bit. Pretty vulnerable to the stab, actually. So that's a very good move. But very good effort by Racer here. And I think the score does not really reflect it, but I think Racer put up a really good fight like throughout the match. So GG's, GG's. Much more disputed than it actually looks, I think. I think you're from Europe, right? That might explain why. Alright, let's get Platt and Tau on here, because you two are fighting next. If Platt doesn't have a problem with it, then yeah, it's probably just a distance thing. Platt's right next door, so if he has issues, that'll be proof that it's something on my end, but I don't think it is. I tested it before, so yeah, these things happen. Of course, Platt over here is from Alberta. Actually from my city too. For all I know, he could be living next door. He's pretty close. Has like 5 ping or something absurd. Also an Isabella player. Tau can play some Isabella, but I'd say he's more of a Zera main now. Oh, and just to clarify, Platt you'll be on the left, Tau will be on the right. Let's get started with this one. This is for a title, yes. So the stakes are pretty high. Just like Venator's second turn, the first one didn't count, since it was a bit gimmicky. But fun. It was a fun event. The game's not really designed for 0.2 damage, but it was still a really neat idea. How do the titles work? So essentially, if you win a tourney, like a normal tourney where everybody can just play on the default settings or close to the default settings and they can use all the characters and stuff, you win a title, and the first one is called Champion. And then after that, you have to win 3 wins to get Master title, and then there's Senior Master after that at 5 wins, and then it keeps going from there. So you get better titles as you keep winning. So if you see someone with like Master title, Senior Master, Grand Master, Legend, and GOAT just means you have the most wins. So Venator's currently the GOAT. So yeah. So Legends and the GOATs, those are the ones who have won the most. But make no mistake, if you have a Master or Senior Master title, that's still really impressive. Okay, so Platt has taken 3 flags. Sorry to focus on the chat and not the fight. But it was a good question from Sky over there. Yeah. Good snap cut from Platt. Tau managed to get 1 flag, but he is behind. That snap cut proving very lethal against Zera. And I don't think Tau is able to find a way to punish it just yet. That's really what he needs to do. Nice stab. That's actually a good idea. It can be a little bit risky because Zera doesn't track the way Isabella does, but it seems to have been... Okay, I was going to say it seems to have been working so far, but then Tau just eats a snap cut to the face. It was a good try, though. I see what Tau is trying to do. He's trying to fight from range, but Zera just stumbles very close with that stab. Now, that was cool there, what Tau did. He did a thrust, and then sort of set aside the blade a little bit, and he was able to land a cut after. Nice retreat cut. Still a very valid tactic against Isabella. Yeah, if Tau wants to win this, he'll want to use his reach, but the challenge is that snap cut actually reaches further than many of Isabella's cuts, so he's got that to contend with as well. And that's just by design, it's a snap cut after all. So it's a little wrist flick. And Platt manages to win that trade, leading to a 7-3 victory. Another 7-3 victory, this time for Platt. Okay, we got Luck against Skyfire. We know Skyfire is here. I think Luck is here too. Yeah, you didn't have any problems though, right, Platt? Because that's kind of important to... Because I know Tau just has issues because of his country and stuff, so... Just making sure it wasn't on your end too. Okay, Skyfire's in. And we'll give Luck, you know, again, roughly a minute. And then we'll just move on really quick. Okay, actually, Luck has another fight after this, so that'll allow us to skip. So Sky, actually stay in, because either way you're going to be fighting. You'll fight Racer if Luck doesn't show up in the next minute or so. Okay. Could also just be Parsec acting up. There's all sorts of different things that could be at play. But my internet seemed pretty solid, so. Okay. Gonna wait a little longer for Luck. Otherwise, Racer, you can just click the link if you're listening. You can pretty much just click it now, because Luck's not gonna show up in time. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let me just check the side. Skyfire, you'll take the left for this fight. Excellent. Alright. And Racer, you'll be on the right. So Racer is not really new to the community, but he is new to tournaments. So, I mean, he's played a lot against the AI and stuff, so he knows the move sets and whatnot. Again, Skyfire on the left, Racer on the right. But Skyfire is new to the community. But he's been doing fairly well, actually, with Yendrick. His Yendrick style is something that you really have to respect. Yendrick can just crash through guards. Also has played a bit of Alexander, so always good to see new players at least picking him up a little bit. Even the pros generally don't like using him. He's kind of hard to use, has many weaknesses. So, and it's really that footwork especially that I think throws people off. The fact that he's constantly stepping, regardless of whether you're trying to stand still or not. So a kill for Racer here. This matchup can really go either way, I find. But a lot of Isabella mains really hate it because Yendrick has many ways to actively defend Isabella's attacks and to crash through. But Sky is being a little bit passive here. We'll see if Racer tries to exploit it or not, or if he's going to keep being patient. Which is also valid, it's just you got to be very careful of that axe. Yeah, Plat has been doing really well so far. Okay, trying to get a quick snipe in. The distancing is a bit wrong on that, and that's why it's not connecting. That one hit the cross guard. Good try. Goes in for a chop, and then backs away when Racer goes for an attack, thinking it was his turn. That was smart from Skyfire to throw out a second one. Perhaps it was a bit of a panic move, but either way, good play. Possibly some lag. What's going on? Yeah, if Luck doesn't show up, Excoliosis, you'll just replace him. That's how we'll do it. Unfortunately, we're kind of in the midst of it, so it's kind of difficult to let people in. But if Luck doesn't show up, I'm happy to let you in. So I'm just checking what's going on. I'll unpause, but both of you just back away. Long guard if you feel ready to keep fighting. It could have been an accidental pause too. Alright, they look like they're good. Yeah, you guys can go ahead. Yeah, that the twitching long guard thing, I really think Kubel should change that. I don't know how you would change that, but it looks a little silly. I don't think it affects the game though, so. It just affects the visuals, it doesn't affect the simulation to my knowledge, so. Or if it does, it doesn't benefit you. How about that? At least not to my knowledge. Because usually you just get tagged if you transition guards like that, so. Either way, I think Kubelt should fix that, but I don't want him to fix it in a way where it's not fluid to switch guards. It should be really quick, so we'll see what he does with that. If he does anything. Could just be a ragdoll thing he needs to look at. Racer seeming good to go. Definitely on the offense here. Sky is actually a little bit defensive, and it's been working but then Racer gets a kill. Oh, nice retreat. That retreat chop can actually be really tricky that Skyfire is using there. Because you think you have the chance to attack, but he moves back and then hits your head. That was a good use of the snap cut by Racer, though. So yeah, it's actually quite tricky what Skyfire is doing here. Going for the leg, then moves back. I think that's bait, though. I don't know if that's actually... Because it's way out of measure, so I'm assuming he has some kind of plan. Doing some taunts. Yeah, he's really trying to provoke, it looks like. Racer not really falling for it, though he did throw a cut out of measure briefly. There's a pommel strike, and then a cut. Well done from Racer. Racer closing the gap. So Sky needs to figure something out to maintain this lead, I think. Because Racer is starting to read him better, which is really... It's really good adapting from him. And Skyfire may be a bit hesitant on the punch. Yendrik's very quick at punching, so usually when you get to that range, Yendrik has the edge, but... Racer was quicker on the draw, so... Oh, and there's the punch out of range. Racer with good distance management backs away, avoiding the punch. And so Racer just needs one more. This is really tense for both fighters. But remember that points could matter in the end. Obviously, wins are really the most important thing, but your points could still influence the outcome. So even if you are losing, it is beneficial to go for as many points as you can. Thrusting out of measure, nearly gets punished for it. And Racer actually takes it. Racer was behind most of this fight, but he managed to adapt and overcome. So, good fight to both of you. That was really fun to watch. Okay, so Racer takes it 7-5. And let's see if Luck is still not here. Yeah, it was really close. I mean, if Yendrik lined up a shot or two properly, the outcome could have been different for sure. Alright, let's get Platt in here. Platt and I are gonna fight now. I don't see Luck, so we're just gonna have to carry on for now. I'll ping him again a bit later, and we'll see if he shows up, and if not, we'll go from there. Excoliosis is here, so I think it's fair to let him in eventually, though. Okay, so I will take the left, you will take the right. Oh, Luck's here, okay. And unfortunately, it's a bit of a hassle to let an extra person in once we've started, so I think we'll just do Luck's fights after I fight with Platt here. Is what we'll do. Checking the names, excellent. Yeah, it's alright if you're late. I don't mind that. Not the best matchup for me, really, but I just don't know who else I want to use. I don't want to use Isabella because she's kind of warmed up with her, so we'll see how this goes. Good luck. Ooh, got a bit greedy there. Good fight, Plat. Those snap cuts were something I was really worried about because you're very good with them. But, my plan there was to really challenge you with those cuts so that if you try a snap cut, there's a chance they catch you in the head or something. It is, but you can also beat through it, I find sometimes. It depends on where you hit in the blade. And also, it's kind of difficult to match its speed, I think. That's why I was worried about it, but that is a good point that his guard is at least high, so I have that going for me, but yeah. Definitely the low cuts, I think, and the stab are the best options against him. Alright, Luck, you're going to be fighting Skyfire now. And I'm going to have you do a second fight against Tao as well. Oh, and it's fine. I'm sending links in competition talks, but it's not a big deal. Multiple spin move? You mean the one where Alex does the flourish? Essentially that switches up the... Yeah, what Tao is saying. It can switch up the tempo. It's a good feint option, I think, even though it's not technically a feint by the game's logic. And it really just, people see it and they get a bit mesmerized by it, I think. So, there's also a bit of that going on. And that's why it works as a bit of a feint or a... Yes, it can hit for small damage if it's close during the like wind up because it is a cut, and then the follow-up cut hits really hard, so there's also that in your favor when you're using it. It also, yeah, it covers a lot of range, like Tao is saying there too, and it can beat blades, I think. So many possible uses, but it does come with a risk, of course, because you're kind of opening yourself up. But all right, Luck on the left, Skyfire on the right. Yeah, I think it is often easy to counter for sure, especially once you've seen it, right? It mostly works if you just throw it out of nowhere, or you throw it against someone who doesn't know what to do. That type of thing. So Skyfire thinking about using Alexander. Well, he's made the pick, but... Or not. Yeah, if you select the character, you really should pick the character at that point. Let's not have a controversy about that again, please. That'll be the general rule of thumb, unless you make a mistake. Anyway. Luck with a stab. That's kind of what I was worried about. Luck has sort of developed this strategy that counters Alexander really well. It counters many other characters too, but it just so happens that all these low stabs, all these low cuts can just bypass Alexander's guard really easily, so... Skyfire has a tough fight ahead, I think. Luck is also, make no mistake, Luck is possibly the best Beyond on the server right now, too. So, as far as raw experience, Sky's going to have a really tough fight. And there he gives Luck the initiative, and Luck takes it, going for the corkscrew. Lethal move, and you got to be ready to defend against it. There he used a cut to defend against it. That might have been incidental, but that was still very good by Skyfire. Luck is a bit tired, but Skyfire keeping his distance, a lot of attacks out of measure, which Luck probably really likes to see. This allows Luck to choose when he wants to engage without any threat from his opponent. Skyfire being tired there, and that's a quick stab. Jan is just so much faster than Alexander, and sometimes has a bit of a reach advantage too. Not that much of one, but it definitely exists, so... Yeah, Luck tired already because he's missed the blade. Skyfire backing away, which is kind of to his benefit. Luck a little bit tired, but he recovers. Skyfire a little bit impatient, perhaps going for the jump, but it did work earlier, to be fair. And that retreat cut hits the arm, forcing a double. But I'd say Luck so far has a pretty clear advantage in this fight. Skyfire might want to change something. There's the upcut, but the upcuts of Alexander are pretty slow, and that just opens him up to a thrust. Very good distance management from Luck, and really switching up his moves too. He's happy to throw some splashes out there too. Skyfire going for some taunts, which is interesting. I don't think Luck's really falling for them though. Really testing Skyfire's defense and constantly harassing the guard. Skyfire surrendering it. Oh, he goes for a head bob, but he gets grabbed. Yeah, unfortunately, when you're in the middle of an animation like that, you can be very vulnerable to being grabbed. Luck did a good job of punishing that, and Luck used the... I don't know if he meant to, but he did the sidestep X-cut. Most Yon mains don't like using that, which is why I'm wondering if he meant to do a corkscrew, but either way, it was beautifully done. That was definitely deliberate, though. He did it again, and wrapped around Alexander's blade and hit the head. Oh, Skyfire pressed rematch. Unfortunately, this is it. And it is 7-1 for Luck. There is a huge experience disadvantage, and Luck knows how to target those weak spots, and is a very good aggressive player, so... Won that pretty handily, but now he has to fight Tao, who is more experienced. Still, very good effort to Skyfire, by the way. Yeah, just make sure you stay in, Luck. Oh, did I don't think I scored my fight with Plaid. It was 7-5, I believe. I can double check. Whoops. Yeah, I can double check. That's not a problem. But I remember 7-5. It was fairly close. Anyway. Okay, so Tao will take the left, Luck will take the right. And by the way, Tao, you will be fighting Skyfire, so make sure you stay in. That was a little bit odd. I couldn't pause right away, but we're good to go. Jan is a stand-up guy indeed. Okay, Jan Mir. Keep in mind, Tao is actually fairly experienced with Jan, so this is understandable. He wants to match Luck's speed, perhaps play a more fundamental game against Luck's crazy game. And it was 7-5, by the way. I did double check our match just now, so we're good. Nice. That was a thrust from Tao hitting the head. That's probably a good move to use against Luck, actually, particularly when Luck goes with a stabby thrust, if you will, because that's technically a cut that behaves like a... it's a thrust that behaves like a cut, because it's more of a push cut, so it can be good for beating the blade aside. I'd argue it shouldn't beat blades, but, you know, that's just the way the game is, so... Very good usage of that from Tao. Unfortunately, that corkscrew just doesn't land. Corkscrew is one of those moves that people say is overpowered, but then in the same breath, they'll also say, well, I can't land it when I want to. It's one of those things, but I think Luck is just really good at landing, and a lot of other players really struggle to land it. There's no question, by the way, it's a powerful move. I think both can be true. I think both that it has a learning curve to it and that it's a really powerful move. I think both can be true at once. And that was good by Luck, sniping Tao after the whiff. Luck's really been on fire so far. Definitely somebody to watch out for here. And then there's the X cut that probably hits pretty hard from Yon. I have, if I recall from the damage testing that I did. So, and also Towers off to the side, so it was a very good option. Corkscrew, but Tao defends. Tao very much on the back foot though, struggling to match Luck's rhythm here. Luck throwing a bunch of attacks. Tao's defense remains solid, but he's got to find a way in, otherwise Luck is just going to keep toying with him. Good try from Luck using the sidestep cut from long guard, where you wrap around. It just didn't quite land, and Tao manages to get a slight hit, and then follow it up with a more substantial cut, getting a kill. There's that thrusty slash, and then corkscrew from Luck doesn't land. Tao trying to snipe the hand, it looks like, but Luck is just far enough away that that is not landing, and Luck eventually gets him tired. And Luck needing one more now to secure the win. Corkscrew from Tao, but Tao retreat cuts instead of following up with something else. I see why he retreat cut, though, because often that can cancel the recovery. But unfortunately, Luck just ended up too far. But that said, Tao did manage to finish Luck off there. There's the corkscrew again. Doesn't quite land. Another corkscrew, but Tao is smart using that retreat cut. A quick way to stop the corkscrew. And now Luck is getting a little bit tired thanks to that wound. Oh, nice from Tao, defending the corkscrew again. Using a corkscrew of his own as well. Another corkscrew does not land. Their defense was solid. And Luck went for a retreat Y, but the edge was below his intended target, so that had no chance of landing, and so Tao kept going. And that's the beauty of this game. When the physics like that take over, you go for an attack, but you're not in the position to land it, so it doesn't land. And Tao is making a bit of a comeback here, which is really good to see. These two players are very experienced, so... Corkscrew from Luck, retreat cut. Then the thrust, then he goes for two slashes out of nowhere, and Tao just wasn't ready for it. 7-5, close one actually. Close one. 7-5 for Luck. Okay, we're actually, believe it or not, we're past round 2, and we only have 5 rounds, because there's only 6 people here. Okay, Skyfire, you're going to be fighting now. Tao left, probably on impulse there, but we got to get him back in. Skyfire already joining. It happens, I do it too. You think, oh, I've won, and then you just leave. Or you lost, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so Skyfire, you'll be on the left. Tao, you'll be on the right. A lot of 7-5s. Actually, they were entirely 7-5s in round 2, which is interesting. So, Skyfire, we should be on track to complete this tournament before 2 hours. Because we're almost 40 minutes in, and we're close to halfway through, so. And it should only go more smoothly from here, because everyone's here, so. It's always how round robins go. Once you get into them, then they just go really smoothly. So, there's a bit of mind games going on here. Tao ends up going for Yazik. Skyfire's still got to pick somebody. He's thinking. Keep in mind he's new though, so he's trying to figure out like who his main is, who he's most comfortable with, you know, that kind of stuff. So he goes for Yendrake. I think that's a pretty smart pick because that's the character I think he's been doing the best with. But he's going up against Tao's Yazek, and Yazek is a tough character to fight for anybody. I'd consider him the best character in the game. He's a little bit broken still. Kubold is aware of this, by the way. He has acknowledged that he does need some fixes here and there. But he is beatable, though. I mean, there's no question he's beatable. And there are some flick cuts from Tao, and that's the brutal thing about Yazek is he's got all these really quick cuts, and he can also switch stances and do some more powerful cuts if he needs to. And regardless of what my thoughts are on Yazek, that is a horrible looking wound, by the way, in the chest, but regardless of my thoughts on him, I really like that stance switching potential that he's got. The fact that he switches legs, and then he has two different modes, if you will. It's really cool. Against Yendrake, he gets smoked. Yeah, I can see that. His guard doesn't really work as well against Yendrake, so yeah, I can totally see Yendrake being one of the counters, so to speak, if you want to call him that. But Tao going for the cross cut there. But Tao will probably win this. He does have an experience advantage, yeah. So that definitely does help him. And I think Sky is just struggling to get that decisive blow in there. Yazek's very hard to punish sometimes. And Tao is just going all in when he needs to. Definitely not afraid to rush in, and actually that was not to his benefit this time, because Skyfire was ready with that retreat chop. I think Sky's got to challenge Tao a little bit more here. He's being a little bit passive with Yendrake. You really want to be aggressive at certain points. You just want to do it intelligently. But I do like that he's ready with that retreat cut to catch people off guard. And that was a good snipe from Skyfire, hitting Tao right in the shoulder. And I think that's really what Sky needs, just to find that moment to snipe your opponent, especially if your opponent is also standing back. But I like that he's ready with that retreat chop. And it is catching Tao completely off guard. But Tao just turns up the heat all of a sudden, foot on the gas pedal. And, oh, that's unfortunate. I think Skyfire had him there, but he doesn't know the follow-ups of Yendrake yet. So, he struggled to really finish Tao off there after getting the punch. Also, Tao is fighting like hell to get a hit in himself, surely, so that was also part of it. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta like fight like hell to back away, or fight like hell to land a hit. If there's any hesitation on Yendrake's part, then you can punish him. And so Skyfire's tired to stab, but no kill, but he is still tired, and Tao just has him right where he wants him. So Tao needing one more. Skyfire putting up a fight, though. Nice retreat chop. Tao was expecting to hit him immediately with that rush, but it just didn't quite work. Good effort, though, from Tao. You really do have to... Like, while I tell Skyfire to be aggressive, it's also kind of true for the Saber guy. The Saber guy also has to be a bit aggressive. But it has to be measured. It can't just be reckless. So that axe does have a bit of a reach advantage. And then there's the cross cut from Tao, which gets the kill. Another 7-5 victory. Still a very good fight from Skyfire. He really, against such an experienced opponent, he put up a really good fight there. So, really impressed. And now I get to fight Luck. Not exactly sure who I'll pick to fight him, but... Oh, I didn't ping him properly, but he knows, I'll still give him a little ping there, but... He'll be here shortly, no doubt. And Luck, you'll take the left side. Saber versus Yen is interesting. Yeah, it is. I think I agree for sure. Even Yazuk, for that matter, is actually kind of interesting to see him fight against Yendrick. Yeah, I picked Kalkstein a bit quickly, thinking Luck was going to go Saber, but he went with Marie, so that was smart on his part. Let's see how this goes. I do not feel confident fighting as Jan in a Saber fight, so not with Alex anyway. Let's see how this goes. We're both using different weapons than usual. Oh no! Nice, nice, nice. Very good blade beat. Yeah, it's a tough fight for Calc. That was what, 7-4, right? 7-5 it looks like actually. Okay. Yeah, 7-5. Thanks, Luck. Thanks for pointing that out as well, just in case I didn't see. Platt is already joining. Good to see. Racer, you're in as well. Gonna be fighting against Platt. We're gonna see two Isabella mains. Rather not go Jan there. Marie fits better. Yeah, that makes total sense, man. Makes total sense. And I picked Calc like really quickly, so I only have myself to blame if you pick a counter to him. So, but I think I did really well there, without a doubt. So I'm pretty happy with how I did there. But you were playing extremely well, I think, with the blade beats. So, and also punishing me if I was a little bit too zealous to rush in, which I think is something you do have to do with Calc a little bit. Okay, Racer, you'll take the left side. Plat, you'll take the right. And let's get started. We'll end round 3 with this match. Plat, stay in, by the way. You'll be fighting Luck after this, just FYI. So Luck is definitely on track to win at this point, I think. Unless something changes. Definitely something can change. It's not a done deal yet. Either way. And there's a double to start out between the two Isabella mains. Don't say that. He's worried I'll curse him. Okay, a bit of a trade of cuts there. Thrusts and stuff like that. Plat a little bit more tired, but keeps going. Goes for an A cut. And it lands, but it's a very good way to actively defend as well up close. And it's a very good move in general. Nice retreat A from Plat, landing a little bit of a hit, but it's a double. Nice step forward with the cut there. Plat ahead by 2 flags so far. A bit more experienced as far as PvP anyway. And he's also a very good Isabella player. Nice A cut, capturing the blade and keeps going. Lands a little bit of a flick there to the wrist. And Racer gets hit by the snap cut, which is a very lethal move still. And very, very well aimed from a Plat there. Going for another snap cut, A cut, but gets punished a little bit. Racer going for some cuts. Plat a little bit tired. Gotta be careful with the stamina as he has taken a hit at this point. Racer hoping to capitalize, but a little bit hesitant. He's trying to be patient. Because if he goes in too aggressively, it could end badly. And that was a good punish of the sidestep retreat cut to the head there from Racer. Snap cut, then an A cut after, which caught Racer off guard, I think. Little bit of an Unterhau. Snap cut, but the A cut from Racer lands. Racer is definitely learning from this. Throwing some A cuts of his own. A thrust to the arm, and then a cut to the head. That combo is really nasty when it lands well. Bit of a snap cut. High guard cut misses. Snap cut. So Razor's really trying to find a way to punish that snap cut when it's out of range. It's kind of difficult because it's such a quick move. That is by design, of course. The thrust combo ends with a cut, and Plat manages to get a more decisive blow, so Racer needing to be very careful. Then there's a stab, and then a cut to the head. Plat just going on the attack there, and he gets the kill. 7-2 for Plat. Okay, again, Plat, you are still fighting, so make sure you stay in. Oh, he's reconnecting. That's all good. He just remembered, it looks like. And Luck, you gotta come in as well. And I get to fight Skyfire after this, which will be interesting. And again, I've learned from fighting Racer, you just can't underestimate newer players. You really gotta treat them with respect, so I'll definitely do so of Sky as well, otherwise he could surprise me. Because he's been doing really well too with Yendrick, I think. To fight Tao Yazek like he was, but it's pretty damn good on his part. It wasn't a win, but he still went down kicking and screaming, so to speak. Okay, so Plat, you'll take the left this time. Luck, you'll take the right. Let's see how this one goes. About 50 minutes into this tournament, tourney, and we are already on to round 4. It looks like so. Okay, Jan Mir. Remember, Platt is actually very good with Jan as well, so perfectly valid pick on his part. But Luck is arguably still much more experienced. That said, that sidestep cut from Platt. Getting the kill early, which is good for him. Ooh, corkscrew almost lands. That was a very good try. Also a good try from Platt. Platt getting the retreat cut. Oh, the corkscrew. This time punishing that sidestep. Platt is tired. Is Luck going to be able to capitalize? He is. There's a kill for Luck. Trade of corkscrews, but nobody hits. Yeah, they're really trying to find that thrust is what they're trying to do here. And then that sidestep out of nowhere from Platt. Catching Luck as he's moving in. Very good play from Platt. They both hit each other, but Luck is not able to land a follow-up hit in time. Okay, he's limping a bit, but it's deceptive, actually, because he can recover pretty quickly from that. As can any character. Like, you never know sometimes, because there's no stamina bar that really tells you how much stamina exactly they have. At least we don't have it enabled, for obvious reasons, so you gotta rely on visuals to see how tired someone is, and sometimes they can just recover really quickly, because you misjudge it a little bit, so sometimes it's good just to bash the blade, too. That does lower stamina a little bit. But just, you know, stay out of measure or something. Some feints from Luck. Luck has landed a hit. Yeah, there's a corkscrew. A bit of a trade, actually, but it wasn't a very good hit from Platt. So Luck getting the corkscrew. Oh, there's that long guard X cut, but like I've been saying, it often doesn't work. The Luck, to his credit, has been making it work lately, which is good. It definitely looks really cool, and if you manage to wrap the blade around, it can definitely be a really decisive hit. Luck mixing in some cuts there when it matters, and Platt is hit again, caught as he tries moving in to land a hit of his own. There's the corkscrew. Luck trying to follow it up. Again, fails because Platt is really quick to move away, but that wound was still, I think, really decisive. Platt is struggling to fight back. But he gets the corkscrew. That was nicely done. He didn't completely back down. He was just patient and waited for his opportunity to try landing a thrust of his own. Sidestep nearly landed, but that was really good by Luck moving back. Very intense saber fight. Corkscrew, then a bunch of cuts from Platt. Maestro style there, just the YY. And he gets the kill. We should call that the Maestro, guys. What do you think? Just the Y combo for either Jan or Barabash, it's basically the same. We can call that the Maestro if you want. Because Maestro loves doing that. Oh, hit from Luck. Platt is tired. But Platt is not going to go down without a fight. He throws a cut. And it does land, but it's just not enough to kill. And Luck keeps moving forward, getting a kill. Luck needing one more. This is a game of inches here. Very close. Nice snap cut, a retreat Y, very good move. Doesn't quite kill, but that drawing of blood could prove decisive, and that upcut manages to catch the incoming cut perfectly. That was well done by Luck. And so Luck takes it 7-5. And let's get Sky in here. Very action-packed saber fight there. Very good job to both opponents. And then Tao, you will fight Racer after this. So you two be ready. And we'll be on to the last round, actually, believe it or not, after that. We'll end the tourney with me fighting Tao. Just to look at the standings real quick. Luck is actually ahead at the moment by a good margin. He's had 2 really good fights here. Defeated me, defeated Platt. So very good shape to win here for sure. Okay, I'll take the left sky, you take the right. Since my name is on top. Yeah, you probably have won at this point, unless I think even if you threw it, like you're in a good spot for sure either way. So you can kind of relax a little bit now that you've won all those, but if you really want to secure it, obviously you got to defeat Racer. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you've got it in the bag, so good job to Luck. 10 flags if only 6 are playing. Yeah, that's totally fair, Tao. I actually agree with that. We'll see what Skyfire wants to do. You can pick anybody. You can pick Yendrick if you want. I don't care. I know I often offer the Alexander mirror, but you can pick whoever you want. I don't care. Pick who you think is going to win or whichever character you like playing and just go with that. I just like to offer people who do play Alexander the Alexander mirror because I enjoy it, but that's all it is. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Oh man. Surprised I won that trade.
Hey.
This is insane. Oh, I see. I think you were trying to do that retreat cut. Nice try. I managed to snipe your arm just in time. Whew. Nicely done. All the same, I barely won that one, but that was kind of stressful actually. Good game. If it's above 4 hours, you get bored and less chance to win. What if that's Venator's plan? He makes them as long as possible so that you have the least chance of winning. Obviously, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But big brain strategy for sure. No. Venator's tourneys are a lot of fun too. But, you know, obviously the fact that they're long does have its drawbacks sometimes. Does seem the type. I think I might be onto something. Oh man. Okay, Racer is here waiting for Tao. This Friday was nice and short. Yeah, 100% Tao. Yeah, that is a good point too. But it's just a joke at the end of the day. We're not. And he did do 2 as well. That's also worth noting. It was 2, so. But they were both reasonably done, so. Never remember the last part of Racer's name for some reason. That's why I always pause when I do Racer, and then it's like, oh, what's after that? I think it's a German thing or something. But anyway, Tao on the left, Racer on the right. Going with Yazuk, fair enough. Yazuk is allowed. And Isabella is actually a pretty good character to use against them, so I don't think this is any kind of mismatch or anything. I'd only feel bad if Racer was using like Marta or something, like someone who just gets blade beat to hell the whole time. So that's something Yazuk's just very good at. But against Isabella, it's not as relevant, so. Because they both have taken a flag. And wow, okay, so Racer took 2 hits to the head and then managed to hit Tao once and get a kill. That's something Isabella can do depending on the blow. And actually that high guard does a better job of getting past guards, I think, than people realize. I've noticed it can bypass calcs, for instance. It can sometimes even bypass Yazuk. But I think Tao might have been doing something, hard to say. But it's still a very good offensive option, I think, for Isabella here. Even against a guard that would usually otherwise block it. It's the fact it reaches so far is definitely really good for Racer here. And Racer is even with Tao at this point. So it really is anybody's game. Nice, the snap cut. And then Racer just didn't have the tempo to punish that because Yazuk was already moving in with another attack. So that was brilliantly done from Tao. Back X and the down right YY. Sorry, down right YY move will kill. Yeah. Yeah, you're talking about Yazuk, I assume, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Tao followed that up this time, and he was able to get a kill. Ooh, it's a trade. But Tao is just needing one more now, so Racer is suddenly really struggling here. Tao's experience is taking over. But Racer's been doing great here too, honestly. I don't think anybody here has been doing bad. By any stretch of the imagination. Everyone here has at least experienced tournament play before. And Racer going with the high guard cut again. That's a really good move. Very forcing move. And Tao can't just challenge it with a basic cut necessarily. He has to be really precise with how he approaches things. And then he goes at you with the left foot forward stance. And then finishes Isabella off. Nicely done. So that was another 7-5, this time for Tau. And Platt is already ready to join, which is good to see. Skyfire, you are up next against Platt. Alright. And after this, Racer and Luck, you two need to be ready because you'll be fighting. And I'm glad people are enjoying the quick format, by the way. That was kind of the intention, especially when it's now 6 people. It's like, at that point, why bother with double elimination? Just go with a quick round robin. Because everyone gets more fights then, and it actually, I think, goes quicker somehow, so. I think just because of the rounds kind of add up as you go when you do multiple rounds. Especially if someone doesn't show up. If someone doesn't show up, it can really hold up the tourney, so. There's also a bit of that going on. Okay, so to clarify, Skyfire... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Skyfire will take the left, and Platt will take the right side. And you may begin. Okay, Sky has taken the left, I think. Oh, let me double check. I got a ping too. Need to reconnect. No problem, no problem. Parsec does weird stuff like that. Alright, you should be in now. Let me just make sure. Yes, you're in. 6 ping this time, not 5 ping. But it's really, really good. Can't argue with 6 ping, I don't think. So Sky thinking about Yazek, thinking about Zera too. Thinking about Marie. He's not sure who to pick, it looks like, which is fair. I'd pick with what's been working personally, but it's up to you. I don't want to influence your decision. Pick who you like. And Platt is... I mean, he can play many characters, actually, so he's kind of waiting. Okay, there's a pick. Yendrick against Gideon. I think Platt was expecting that, so that's why he was waiting with Gideon there. Which is a good pick against Yendrick. I think a pretty solid counter. Next, a trade to start off. That blow would have landed unless he either moved back or he went for a cut, so a cut was a sensible option just to force the double. Since it's not like a 1 life tourney or anything. Made total sense. And Platt being aggressive, getting a cut there. And again, another cut. So Gideon's really good at just closing the distance, and he's got the extra HP, so he can make more mistakes than most characters can. Obviously, at the end of the day, he's mortal, so a really good blow will still kill him just the same as anyone else, but as far as more slight hits, they're not as big of a deal. And Platt is being smart here. He's just... It might not look smart at first, but being aggressive against Yendrick is a really good option, especially with Gideon. Those draw cut... Or especially against Yendrick, I should say. Because Gideon has these really fast drawing cuts, which are really powerful. He uses the shoulder when he does them, and puts a lot of power into them. That was a really nice hit to the head, but I don't think it was properly with the axe head, so definitely hurt him, but not necessarily a fight ender. That would definitely hurt your noggin, though, for sure. Stick to the head like that, but... Compare that to your skull being split open, and it's pretty clear which one's worse. Good use of the long guard wide chop. He was trying to sort of parry and riposte, I think. He ended up eating that hit, but he still landed that quick hit. Gideon just broke his ankle, I think. He breaks his ankle a lot, even in this build. He used to do that earlier, in earlier builds, way back. Still does it sometimes. And I briefly saw that, but he's not the only one who does that, I don't think. We've seen some broken wrists. Samuel sometimes breaks his wrist, so, some chops, but the really good cut into the attack from Platt. And so Sky was doing a good job of building a comeback up, but Platt was able to shut that down thanks to his experience and his good use of aggression to just take advantage of the fact that Sky maybe wasn't as aggressive as he should have been. So, and also a very good character to pick against Yendrick in general. So, good fight, guys. Okay, Luck is already joining. Racer, let's get you in here. This is your last fight, by the way. So, we're going to be ending this tourney pretty quickly now. Okay, Racer, you will take the left. Luck, you will take the right. And at this point, I think anyone else who's like had a shot at winning the tourney has suffered a loss. So Luck has definitely won the tournament, it looks like. So congratulations. Thanks for the quick fight. You gotta head out soon. Yeah, see ya, Skyfire. I'm glad you were able to show up and fight for the whole tourney. It was kind of tight, but we went through it quickly, so it was to your advantage in the end. Okay, Luck is going with Yazek, just wanting to secure the win. I think Yazek has an advantage against Isabella, but Isabella is one of the stronger characters in the game herself, so, you know, if you're going to take Yazek on at all, Isabella is by no means a bad option, but Yazek is the best character in the game, so it's going to be a tough fight. Luck has experience with him too, which helps. Still, Racer putting up a fight, takes a stab to the leg, man, just hit the head. Boo. Tao says boo. Not happy with this. Luck just doing everything he can to secure that final win, whether he needs it or not. But obviously, it's all good fun. Snap cut into dash. Racer just wasn't ready for it. Yazek's such a tough opponent. Boo for Yazek pick. Yeah, yeah. Got you. Upcut, but gets grabbed again. Luck has been on point with these grabs this round. And takes a 7-1 victory. Nearly flawless victory for Luck. Alright, Tao, you are going to be in the fight now. I already scored it, so we'll end the tourney with that. Hopefully this one will be a banger. Just wanted the flawless. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's actually really difficult to land the flawless. I've done it before. Even multiple times in a row, but it is definitely a difficult thing to do, so I totally get it. Just wanting to shoot for it. Even if with Yazek, it's kind of difficult, so. Alright. Good luck, Tao. You're going to be taking the left side, and I'll be taking the right side. Oh, because you're a fan of grabs. I see. Yeah, Yazek's good at landing them just because he's got a good guard. Yendrick. All right, let's do the mirror match. Let's end this with just complete pandemonium, Tao. How about that? So this will be like whoever wins. It doesn't much matter, but it'll be hopefully a really action-packed one. That was just brutal, what Tao did to me there. Oh, no. Oh dear. Oh no, it didn't kill. Okay, it wasn't really pandemonium. Tao just kicked my ass, but it's still a good fight. Yeah, towers are good Yendrick players, so I was definitely taking a risk. Master's duel in the tourney, 100%, man. GG. So we're ending this really quickly, which is not really what I expected. I expected it to be closer, but that's okay. 7-1. Let's see what it looks like, the standings. Let's end the tournament. Also, I'm actually down to 4th place because other people have been doing pretty well. And what happened here is I lost So we have a lot of 3-2s here because I lost that fight is what happened. So Tao defeated me, but let's look at the points too. Platt has actually scored more points than either of us. And of course Tao has beat me, so he has that tie break in his favor as well. And the points difference for both of you is above mine, so that's what decided it really. It's the points. You two have more points than I do, so you actually took the second and third places from me, so good job. But you know, you can look at it as we're tied too, because look at that, 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. So great job to you, Tao. Good job to Platt, and obviously excellent job to Luck for having won the whole thing. He hasn't lost a single fight this whole time, so well done. And thank you for coming up, Outracer. I thought you put up a good fight as well, despite what the score may be saying. And Sky, you put up some really good fights as well with Yendrick. You were really unlucky, unfortunately, with the wins, but I hope you keep attending these tourneys, and you'll definitely get better as you go. So, thank you for competing, and congratulations to Luck. He has another title. I'll see if he's won a new one or not. We'll look into that, but we'll deal with that after. For now, thank you all for coming out, and I'll see you all next time.